Hey guys, it's Super Review Show here. This is my review of Star Trek 2009. So yes, I'm doing a movie review of Star Trek 2009. It's not from the 80s, it's not from the 70s, whatever. It's just a movie that came out only a couple years ago, actually. Well, more than a couple. It's 2009, so it's 2015 now. Anyways, that's besides the point. Let's review. So basically, you have Captain Kirk, who's a bit of a wise ass, and he's going around his merry way on his home planet Earth. And so he's recruited by Captain Pike, who, for those of you who are Star Trek fans, know that Captain Pike was captain before Captain Kirk. There you go. So he's recruited to become, hey, why don't you just join Starfleet, man? Come on board. You have a great time. And at this point, you also meet up with he meets up with Mr. Spock, played by Zachary Quinto. I forgot his name for a sec. Sorry about that. You have Carl Urban as Bones. You have Simon Pegg, who's Scotty. He comes in a little late in the movie. I'm surprised, but it worked out perfectly. They explained why. This movie, and also you have Zoe Saldana as Hora. You have Anton Yellick as Chekhov. Sorry, and you have John Cho as Sulu. So the whole crew of the Enterprise, has been recast for this reboot. Now, I like to call it a reset, not a reboot. And here's why. This movie, Star Trek 2009, I call it 2009, it's just called Star Trek, but whatever. I like to call it reset because what it did was, this is a spoilers by the way, what it did was, the Enterprise went back in time and reset the entire Star Trek timeline, so saying that the old timeline has split away from the old one. This is the new line moving forward, whether you're happy about it or not, it's moving forward. And this is what our new Enterprise crew is doing. They're just moving forward now. So, yes, that's essentially what I call a reset. Because they fixed all the continuity errors and they're resetting the history. So their history has now been altered and the reality is moving forward. For those of you who have any idea what I'm talking about, there you go. I unabashedly love this movie. I don't know if you can see, but it's actually right over there. It's right behind me, actually. I have Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness right behind me over there in the limited edition Star Trek Continuum box. And I love those. I love the J.J. Abrams reboots so much because resets. They're so much fun because they felt a little Star Warsy at some points, but that's fine because this movie needed to emphasize Star Trek's new beginning. It's relaunch. It's resetting the entire thing. It's a relaunch of the franchise. So, because think about it, the last film we had before Star Trek 2009, well, the last few things we had Star Trek Enterprise, which was it was pretty bad, and then you had Star Trek Nemesis and Star Trek Interaction, which was the Next Generation movies back in the 90s, and they were pretty horrible. So the franchise was like going like this. It died for a certain period. When Enterprise was on, it was dying, and during like the second or third season of Enterprise, it was dead. No one cared about it anymore, except all the Star Trek fans that were already in that fold of like, hey, we love Star Trek. Let's keep going with the franchise. No. They had to reboot it. They had to reset it because it was dying. Nobody cared about Star Trek anymore until JJ said, look, I'm going to reboot Star Trek. It's going to be a brand new thing. Yes, I pissed off an entire generation of people that love Star Trek, but I'm going to move forward with this thing. And I did, and it came out. It was a massive hit. It made about $300 million worldwide. No, that's not a massive hit, but it's still a hit. The fact that, because the people that wanted to see Star Trek that wasn't mired in like alternate realities and different timelines and everything, all that is now gone. This is now what the reality is. Because this one film reset everything in the past to make this new future great. And to be honest, I'm gonna still stand on record. I'll do a review of it later, sometime soon. I love Star Trek Into Darkness. I'm one of those people that I did not see any of these in theaters, by the way. I saw Star Trek 2009 and Star Trek Into Darkness on my own. I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. Like, this is some good stuff, I went into it with an open mind. And if you, for those of you who don't like Star Trek 2009 or Star Trek Into Darkness, that's fine. It's all subjective. It's film, and no one's going to judge you. It's all opinion. But a lot of people are mad at Star Trek Into Darkness because the wrong guy screams Khan, and Spock is going Khan. It's a remake of Wrath of Khan essentially, but which is great. Maybe I'll do a review of that soon. Anyways, but I'm not going to get into Darkness too much. But Star Trek 2009 was the Romulans had a fight. Spock's homeworld was destroyed. Leonard Nimoy makes an appearance. All these great things about Star Trek 2009 are in the movie. If you've not seen Star Trek 2009, do yourself a favor and go see Star Trek 2009 because it is effing awesome and you would love it so much. Because it doesn't have to do with so many references to all the original shows and all the original episodes, all the original TV stuff, and all the movies too. But at the same time, it feels fresh. It feels new. It's a new take on Star Trek. And before I wrap up this video, I'm just going to let you know. Basically, J.J. Abrams took Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, and he remade it as Star Trek. Basically, the two are the same. Captain Kirk is Luke Skywalker. He's recruited by a Obi-Wan Kenobi type character named Captain Pike. And if you watch the rest of the movie, you can kind of see, like, man, this J.J. Abrams guy, he's pretty good. He made a Star Trek movie. He already made Star Wars. It's called Star Trek. That's why he was hired to be in Star Trek, and to direct Star Wars Episode 7. Because he already made Star Wars. It's called Star Trek. He made the Star Trek universe, and it's beautiful. For those of you who don't see it, or haven't seen it, just go watch it. It's incredible. But yeah, sorry, I got a little ranty there. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, so this has been my review. Oh, but I forgot to give my rating of this. My rating of Star Trek 2009 is a 9.5 out of 10. This is a stellar cast, stellar acting, stellar everything else. It blows your mind away. The visual effects are beautiful, and this franchise is now a thriving franchise because before it was dead. Now it's popular again. There you go. So, yes, 9.5 out of 10. Incredible time with Star Trek 2009. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's on demand. It's on Blu-ray. It's probably in some Walmart bin, like for like $5 or whatever. It's totally worth the wait. Go see it. You'll love it. It's a fun movie. It's the definition of summer flicks. Just to let you know. All right. But for all yours, I'm sorry. So this has been my review of Star Trek 2009. Like this video, share it around. And for those of you who have no friends that haven't seen Star Trek 2009, share this video. Maybe they'll watch it now, because it is a true fun film. Okay, but for all your Star Trek movie reviews or whatever, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. I'll see you later.